That's us live. Welcome back, guys. So this is session 3 of the now newly titled. That time I got, what was it? Forced
That
into
time
owning
I
a
was
Deadman
forced to
Tavern.
own.
Yeah. So here we are. So a quick recap of our last game. It started off with Woody explaining sort of how the rules of the tavern worked. The town clergy came by and paid you guys a visit, asking about the noise and permits. There were some brothel flyers hung around town. You guys met up with Miss McSnizzle, who offered to pay you 60 gold for clearing a property that he owns. And mind you, 60 gold is like the equivalent of like $6,000, which is kind of a hefty like amount of money to be paying, honestly. So, and then so you dispatch the bandits. Two left alive. That they forfeited. They tossed on their weapons. Estelle found 2 gold, key to the basement, and hoogie recipe. So you guys discovered 5 captives in the basement. A female orc in her 20s called Excelia. A male half elf in his late teens called Gareth. A male gnome in his 20s named Tinker. A female halfling in her 30s named Lilith, and a female elf, age unknown. She's mute, possibly deaf. They call her Elfie. You guys have conscripted those 5 and sort of working at your tavern for room and board, and not death, I suppose. And McSnizzle does pay you the 60 gold, and then also gives you a lead to a sort of a guy he knows who also works for Curse Corporation. He works at Voodoo Academy. His name is Barnabas Basil, and he might provide some assistance with the curse. And you guys were talking over possibly going back to the tavern before doing that, though. So that's where we pick up on the outside of Hex 21, and you guys deciding what you're going to do. Any questions?
No.
Relevant to the game?
Oh, I think I fell asleep on my feet there.
Yeah, it happens.
Quite often.
All right.
Mostly when I make cookies.
So you guys are there, big bag of cash in hand. What's happening?
So I think we were going back to the tavern to drop off the gold.
Yes.
Feels right.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, though, I do have an idea. If we're going to constantly owe this thing gold anyways, what if we kept 10 of it out and use that money to fix the inn?
I want to use
Into a
Woody
broth.
to fix the inn.
Oh,
I agree.
yes, but we can't make beer out of Woody.
No, but we can get a lot of hand labor out of them.
Well, we've got employees now for that.
We're going to get a lot of hand labor out of them, too.
Are we gonna use them for the other business or just the tavern?
Yes.
I think it would depend on how open they are to it.
Okay.
So as you guys are sitting there discussing, sort of up walks upon you this youngish looking elf who you all may or may not remember, and he says, oh look, all of you here at once, how quaint.
Who are you?
My name's Rhett. Yes, I handed you all letters not long ago, just a day ago I believe it was, and now here you all are.
I don't remember that.
It's been a
Yes,
long
well,
day.
You are
Feels like weeks ago.
so do you all know each other then?
Yes, we
now.
received an inheritance.
Oh, so fast friends then, I suppose.
Yeah.
Business partners, if you will.
He says, oh, okay, good. Well, if you'll just mind my pardon, I'm heading in to see Mr. McSnizzle there. So it was nice seeing you all again, and perhaps we'll chance upon each other again.
That'd be suspicious.
And then he goes to make his way into Hex 21.
I don't trust that guy.
He's got a weird face.
I think we should make him work at the bar.
Forcible conscription. I love it.
Quick, give him one of your cookies.
I mean, he's gone in.
I throw a cookie at the door.
He
don't
hits the door
think
and
he
falls
got
to the
it.
ground.
I don't think you got it, guys.
He might grab it on the way out.
All right. So y'all headed back then? Are you are you are you going to the bar?
Yeah, I think so.
Your bar or the bar in town? Sorry, I have to ask.
The Deadman's Tavern.
Okay. You mean that time I got forced to
That time I was forced
Dead
to
Man's
owning a
Tavern.
Dead Man's Tavern.
That's
Yes,
the name
this
of
is
the tavern.
the time I got reinforced.
So
Let's head back to the time I got reinforced by a gallbladder.
And I assume you guys are walking then, the 2-hour walk.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. So as you guys are making your way, do you make any observations about your experience so far, or asking each other any questions about one another?
There's been a
curse
surprising amount of
sucks.
murder since we got this bar.
This is So what does everyone do? You know, we have
Currently,
general knowledge
I
of-
throw gold down a dead man's tavern.
I breed.
I drink. Have fun.
Okay. So no like
Sometimes-
casino runs for anyone or
Oh no. I'm just old.
No, sir. You need to have at least 11 for that.
well, I guess we find 6 more.
I have about 100 grandchildren. Maybe we could call 6 of them.
It's a great idea.
They're all
Absolutely
women.
great idea.
Wait,
If you have that many, we should employ them at the bar.
Right. Why can't we employ any of these?
Oh, they're all sluts.
Technically, you're an owner, so
Again.
the kids can work.
Why
Even better.
can't we employ these kids?
Yeah, that's a fair point. I just wish I could remember their names. Maybe I'll send up smoke signals.
Do any of them read smoke signals?
I don't know.
What do
I can't
you know?
read. Well,
Wait, I thought you were the one able to read in the book club.
oh, kind of. Really, I've just been winging it. Don't tell Marine.
So as you guys are walking along the path, it's been maybe about an hour or so, just past an hour. Can I get everyone just to roll a discern realities on your wisdom? Okay, yeah. I mean, Stella, you're drifting in and out of consciousness, I believe, as you walk.
Yeah, what's new about that though?
Yeah.
That's fairly certain.
So I will say, for particularly Murine and Darceris, you very strongly get the sense that you're being followed.
Can I look around and see if I see anyone?
Yeah. You notice that in the wings of the forest on either side of the path you're traveling down, there's definitely movement going in the same direction that you're going.
Okay, I'm gonna turn towards the movement and be like, "Come out! You're not fooling anyone. Let's just talk face to face. Don't follow us in a."
So, and Murine, do you also notice sort of the same thing? Do you do anything?
I sit there and start blankly staring at it.
Yeah, sounds right. And so And sure enough, out of the woods in front of you comes a group of
Oh,
people. They look not terribly friendly. And
I don't know. The redhead looks pretty friendly.
he does have a smile of sorts.
Yeah,
I mean-
Laura Croft back there looks pretty friendly.
Yeah. So they emerge from the woods, and the big one goes, "Oh, you got us! Well, that'll just make it all the more easy, I suppose." He says, "So use the guys who busted up the bandits in town, yeah?"
No, wasn't us.
The
I
who?
don't know what you're talking about.
He says, "Nah, we've already had you identified." And he sort of like motions over into the forest, and you can see hiding like behind one of the trees, one of the bandits you let go.
I'm just gonna cover my
I
naughty
guess
bits
you-
and be like, "Oh my!"
I guess he really wants to die.
He says,
Talking
"Now,"
about the second.
he says, "maybe you didn't know, but those
Interrupting
things-"
cow goes moo. I shoot magic missiles at him.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah. Which one? The
Ah,
guy-
doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Oh.
So in this particular instance, what happens is as you start chanting magic missile, you see the Tabaxi in the back raise her wand, and she cancels your spell.
Okay.
And she cuts in. She says, "None of that. No funny business. We're trying to have a pleasant chat here. We're going to give you the opportunity to live."
I
and
want
then
to
the,
strut up to the big guy.
Yeah. And you just walking up to him.
Yeah, just gonna nicely strut her up to him.
Yeah.
That's a nice axe you got there.
He says, "It is a nice axe. Now, as I was saying."
His ass isn't that nice.
No, axe, not his ass.
Oh,
He says, "Oh my God, they're dumb." He says, "Listen here, I'm giant. Okay, you don't know who you're messing with. All right,
I'm just gonna kick him in the balls.
roll for it."
Yep.
I'm terribly sorry about them. No civilization. No, they're not civilized at all.
So yeah, go ahead and roll some damage.
Absolutely. Let's see. So this starts my fury. Fury 2. Where's the fury? Strength bonus on my d10. 3.
All right. So yeah, you kick him. I mean, there's some armor under there, so you're only catching him for a little bit. And you see him stumble back for half a second, and then he swings, right? If you roll a defy danger on Dex for me,
Dex, yep.
or strength.
We would have had
Ooh, I like
basically a full health thing since last.
10.
Be nice, Michael.
Yeah. I'll say you can have back 10 health, whatever that equates to. Because you didn't rest, right? You killed the bandits and you walked over to my snizzles and then you left again and you've been walking down the road. So you haven't had a full sleep, but we'll posit at least 10 health came back to you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So he goes to swing, misses you though. As you
Duck out of the way.
yeah. Okay. Dodge out of the way. So at that point, the red-haired guy sort of yells, they ain't gonna talk to us, boss. Let's just get him. And starts advancing his way along with the wild man, and then the two in the back sort of hanging back. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna throw a slipper at the wizard.
I'm gonna go hide in the bushes
Okay.
or hide in a tree somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna go hide in a tree. I'm gonna climb up, hide in a tree.
Okay. So hiding in the tree, you'll need to roll a dex to slip away.
Okay.
So you start slipping away, but not fully unnoticed.
Can I tell who sees me and who doesn't? Would that be another check?
The caster and old Laura Croft back there see you. You can see that they're still tracking. 'Cause they're hanging back, right? They're not engaged as of yet.
Okay.
But the three brawlers in front did not see. All right, and you're throwing a slipper, Estelle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you rolled the dex for that yet?
Strength because of my thrower.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
an 11.
Nice.
All right, yeah, and roll some damage.
And that's 9.
Nice.
And as I'm throwing, I'm going to yell, "You don't interrupt the elderly!"
So what part of the body were you aiming for?
I'm going to smack her in the teeth with the non-bladed part.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so it hits her in the face. She definitely stumbles back a little bit, and you can see like the hair on her body like stand up, and she's definitely not excited about it. So it takes 9 damage. All right. Who else? It's got something they got going on.
I'll create a blood weapon.
All right.
And I'm going to throw it at him. So let's see if that hits.
Woohoo.
At the cat chick. Yeah, sweet.
All right.
And that's going to be 2d6 of damage. Hell yes.
Damn. All right. Yeah. So you hit her. You knock her down. And she's not looking too good. And she's falling down. Oh no.
Oh, she's fallen and she can't get up.
Yeah. Now let me get you to roll Defy Danger on Dex while that's happening.
All right. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. So as you're doing that, an arrow catches you from old Laura Croft in the back, and that's doing 4 damage as it hits you. All right. All right. So, in the meantime, all that happening, let me get Essex. Let me get you roll another Defy Danger.
Yep. Okay. 9.
9. All right. So the wild man here is coming in after you, swinging wildly. He's willing to catch you for a smaller amount of damage.
Yep.
But you'll have the opportunity to retaliate. So 3 damage. And if you would like, you can roll for an attack for retaliate.
Absolutely. I'm going to smack him across the face with my hammer.
Okay.
13.
Yeah, you
Right.
are. Roll some damage.
10.
Dang. All right. So you're gonna knock him back for sure with that one. And with a 10, do you want to take another attack, putting yourself in danger?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right.
I'm going to attack the big guy again, but I'm going to slam my hammer on his hand that's holding the axe.
Okay.
Ooh.
11.
Hot damn, yeah. Roll some damage.
4.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just enough to cause him to lose his grip. It's not doing a lot of damage. So he does drop the axe though, to the ground. And he says, "Betsy," when it drops to the ground. And looks at you with all the rage and fury that a large man who loves his axe too much can. All right. And while that's going on, let me get Maureen, we get you to roll a Defy Danger. You can use Strength or Dex. 9. Okay. Yeah. So redhead wild man's coming after you. He's gonna swipe at you. Only do a mild amount of damage. And 2 damage. And if you want, you can roll to retaliate.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So we are going to, since he's right up there, we're going to headbutt him.
Okay.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Dang, bro. Yeah. All right. Roll some damage.
There you go.
Cowhead, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you headbutt him. I mean, you're a cow. It hurts for sure. And you knock him off kilter a little bit. And then if I could get Darceris,
Yes.
if you will roll Defy Danger with advantage.
Okay. That's dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
9 both times. All right. So you the ground underneath you as you're walking starts to like rumble and shake, and stones start like raising out of the ground, just jutting out of the ground very quickly.
I'm up in a tree if I'm...
You were heading that way, right? You're slipping away,
Okay.
right? So in process, and now you manage to evade most of it. You just get like a scrape
Okay.
when it's happening. 1 damage. But what happens is when all these rocks rise up from the ground, they start forming together
Oh.
into a large golem. You can see in the back the caster has gotten up to her feet. She's sort of leaning on the staff and furiously chanting.
Why we always kill the fucking wizard first.
Get into
Come
it.
here. Oh my god. If only I could click on her, that'd be great. All right. So back to the top of the round. What's everybody up to?
Getting ready to die.
I'm gonna bend down, grab the axe near the head, and with the stick part, smack the wild man.
Okay. Okay.
Bit of roll. 9.
All right. And roll some damage.
9.
Nice. So you're gonna kill Wild Man. How do you want to do it?
Like I said, I pick up the axe towards the head, and I swing the handle at him, and I hit him right in the temple with the very end of it.
Okay.
And as
Yeah.
he goes down, I'll be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna call you Gertie."
Yeah. I mean, you smack him down to the ground, right? And
Birdie's been dead these 7 years.
you cave his skull in, and then the rest of his body just sort of hits the ground, and then he sort of is no more. All right. Who's up next?
I'm gonna. So who doesn't see me?
So all in the chaos now. The only one who would have any inkling that you might even be around is Laura Croft.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot at the wizard then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
And I do max damage if they don't have invisibility. So, do you add dexterity to bow shots? I don't remember.
No.
Okay, so then 8 damage.
All right. Yeah. I mean, she'll die. How do you do it?
I'm gonna go straight to the heart for this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There's not much armor that I can see, so just a.
Yeah. Catches her right through the heart. She falls to the ground, dies instantly. Now, when that happens, you sort of see the woman. She sees that happen, right? And she's like, "Ah, shit, guys, Nella's down. Nella is down." And you hear the big guy go, "Oh shit, oh, we gotta go." And then They all start running. Meanwhile, the
I'm
golem.
gonna reach out to grab Big Man before he gets away from us.
Yeah, roll.
Can
roll
I
for grapple.
shoot Laura Croft in the ankle? Try to
Um,
break an Achilles heel. So.
Right. Well, so this is all happening at the same time, right? So this is happening very quickly. So other people might have an opportunity before that. So yeah, okay, Essex.
12.
Yeah. So if you're rolling just grapple, yeah, you've got him. You've got him by the face.
Okay.
I'm guessing the rock disappeared as well.
Hulk smash.
No, the rock like cries out, and then just starts swinging and raging out. So
Dwayne, no, you're so much better than this.
yeah, the little man and Laura Croft start to run away. What are other people doing?
I'm gonna create another blood weapon, and I'm gonna throw a spear at that little red-headed gay.
All right.
Let's see here. That's happening.
All right.
6 damage.
All right. Yeah. And where are you throwing it?
Right at his fucking legs. I want to drop.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So are you trying to catch him like in a calf or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to drop.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely catch him in the calf. He kind of like stumbles and falls to the ground. And if I could get you to roll a defy danger on Dex or strength for me. Yeah, cool. So big rock man, he's swinging his fists around, and you just get nicked slightly by one of his fists.
Only 10 damage.
And it's only 5. It's 5 damage.
It's almost max.
But that's for a nick. But yeah, he's like, he's just running around. He's angry. So Laura Croft continues to run away in the distance.
And Laura Croft is running, and we're on a path, right?
Yeah. What's Marine doing?
Marine is going to. Is anyone really hurt? Like looking pretty bad right now?
I'm about half.
All right, Marine comes and starts rubbing your back, but not to your notice. She has her milk in her hands, and she's just massaging your back.
Wow.
Gross.
All right.
All right.
It heals 4. It heals you 4.
All right.
That
The milk
milk's
seeps
exclusive.
into your skin, and you start glowing.
It's like healing HF. All right.
Yeah.
It replaces the calcium.
Yeah. It's the opposite of hydrofluoric acid. Yeah. All right. Cool. So if I could get everyone save maybe Nick's on this one to roll to find danger on strength or dexterity. And then this guy.
14.
11.
Damn.
8.
Okay. Yeah. So the golem is still just raging, like throwing fists everywhere. So 10 pluses, obviously nothing. For my 8s, you're gonna take 2 damage as he's just like flailing and wildly swinging everywhere. Now Essex, you've got this guy by the cuff. He also does not get hit. What are you doing with him? He's like screaming, like, "Let go! We gotta go! All right, it's gonna get bad! All right, we gotta go!
I'm gonna just snap his arm at his elbow. Just try to break his arm.
Yeah, roll strength.
11.
Yeah, go ahead and roll some damage. You'll break it. Either way.
Absolutely. 11.
His arm might not exist.
Yeah. I mean, you like limp noodle that shit, man. and he cries out in pain, drops to his knees, and he starts crying. And he's like, "We gotta go. We gotta go. I don't want to
What
die.
about
I didn't sign up for this stupid gang, fucking Draco."
What happened to the dude that snitched on us?
He's like
He was the
Totally
first
ditched.
guy gone.
yeah, he's
Okay.
gone.
As soon as the caster went down, he's like, "Fuck."
Do I still
Yeah.
see Lara Croft?
Hold on. How far away is Laura Croft?
She's a good distance away, right? Like none of you could like
Would
catch
you
up to
say
her
that
quickly.
a path that people walk on is unchallenging terrain?
It is unchallenging terrain. That would be correct.
I'm gonna use my runner skill. I cannot be caught on foot and can't be outrun in any foot race. When I
Okay.
pursue someone on unchallenging terrain, roll on Constitution.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get your stuff.
With a 6, I'm not gonna catch it up.
Yeah. I think maybe you trip on the train. It's a little more challenging than you thought it was because it's cobblestone. There's like some raised pieces. I don't know.
I'm still wearing slippers.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not great running shoes. So let's take 7 damage as you face plant, into the cobblestone.
Ugh.
Yeah. Laura Croft continues to run away. And then the golem is still raging. So what does anyone do? Nix, what are you doing?
Nah, fuck that golem. He's pissing me off. So that first wild man bitch that died right there, I'm assuming I'm standing in that area, right? I want to pick up a sword, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, he's like a scimitar. And also
alright.
the red haired guy, he's still alive back there. He's just like
Yeah, well,
can't move.
He can sit there and bleed.
Yeah.
I need a snack. I'm gonna pick up the sword and try to run past the giant golem fuck.
Okay, roll dex to get past him.
Well, at least I'm consistent with 8s today.
Yeah, so you'll get by with just minor damage. So,
Max dice damage. Heard.
so you'll take 2 just as you run by.
Alright.
Yeah, he just nicks you because like I said, he's just like just swinging wildly. So all right, so you're running by him, and then Darceris, what are you doing?
I am going to try to distance myself some from the golem, and then I'm going to shoot the red-haired guy.
Okay, all right.
And he would be considered defenseless, am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. So I just need to hit him, and then it's max damage.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
that.
he'll
8
die.
damage. Okay.
How do you do it?
So I'll be running like towards him, away from the golem, and I'll just be like, it's uncivilized to let people die slowly, and I'll just pop him right in the head.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he dies. He doesn't even, when you run up on him and you see like the fear in his eyes, and then like it's over before he like knows what to do.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah, he's dead. Cool. And then Maureen, what's happening with you?
So the one guy who's crying and saying, "I don't want to do this," I
Yeah.
offer him a job. I said, "We have a tavern. You can come work for it, but you have to sign this paper and take over my place."
You have to die, but yeah. He's like, what? There's the golem is rampaging. What are you talking about? We're in a tavern. I don't care about some stupid tavern. We're all gonna die.
All right, I break his neck.
Yeah, roll for it. Okay, roll some damage. So you won't break it, but you'll at least render him like unconscious and nearly dead.
Okay.
So yeah. And he falls over to the ground. If he doesn't receive some sort of medical attention, he'll probably die soon. But meanwhile, Golem's still like doing his darndest. If I could get everyone save Darceris to roll Defy Danger on your dex restrict.
11.
Nice.
8.
All right. Yep.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay. So, Nyx and Maureen taking a full hit. You guys would take 4 damage. The dice gods love you.
Wow.
Yep. And then the other, the 8. So Estelle, you're gonna take just 1 damage as he swings and stomps and does his business. At this point, Laura Croft is about
Wow.
getting away pretty quick. But I do think Darceris is maybe, or not Darceris, or no. Yeah, Darceris and Nyx is still. Well, Nyx, you just got hit pretty hard.
I
So
did. Yeah.
that will have knocked you down and slow your roll. So Darceris is the only one who may have a chance to even, like, are you going to pursue or?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would that roll be?
Dex.
Okay. Oh, she's doing good at it. I said that too quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you start chasing after, but like she gets.
Can I try to shoot at her?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, she's gone. She's out of sight at this point. And but this golem is still just wrecking shit. So Essex, what's the plan?
Sure. You know what? We're gonna try something. Just gonna throw my hands in the air. Go, Golem, your fight here is done. I think you can go.
You know what? Roll a charisma.
Oh fuck.
He's just like, okay. Leave.
7.
He stops for a second and looks at you.
We can offer you a job.
And he says, "My name not Golem. My name Tony." And then he swings at you. With all the rage you can muster. If you can roll a Defy Danger on Dexter Strength.
13.
Yeah. So he misses his swing. But you opened the line of communication at the very least. But he's still angry and like throwing blows. Who's in the best position here? Estelle, maybe. Estelle, what are you doing?
I'm gonna roll over underneath him and be like, Tony, what would your grandmother think of all this raging? And try to convince him to stop too.
Roll on charisma with disadvantage.
Eight.
All right. So with an 8, he kind of slows down and he looks down at you and he says, "Tony have no grandma. Tony born of Earth." And then he says, "Wait, what grandma?" And he grabs his head and he says, "Oh, think hard. Hurts."
Tony, this is your grandma.
I am a stone giant, Tony.
Tony, I am your grandmother.
What's Nick's do?
I also say, Tony, I can't believe you don't recognize your own grandma, Estelle.
All right. Also roll a charisma.
What is my charisma? Yeah, that's not going to be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he looks at you and he says, "You try to confuse Tony," and he kicks you. And does 4 damage. And while he's taking Nick's Maureen, what are you doing?
We are going to. We're just going to blast the giant with magic missiles.
Mujic missiles.
No,
Mujic missiles.
we're not going to blast the giant with Mujic missiles.
Yeah. So you do, right? You blasted Mujic missiles, and it seems quite impervious, maybe to magic, and gets even more angered by your attempt. And he says, "Why you shoot Tony?" And then he like punches you in the face. And does 10 damage. That's a lot. And knocks you down. Darceris, obviously you failed in your attempt. You've had enough time to sort of like maybe make it back to where the group is. What are you doing?
I'm going to walk up over here. Tony, our fight is not with you. Our fight is done. They attacked us first, and we things are done. We're all done here. You can rest.
Roll charisma.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
So Tony goes. Tony looks at you, and he stares long and hard into your soul, and he goes, "Oh, okay," and then he just crumbles to the ground.
Wow.
Wow.
Not all fights are done with weapons, friends.
And on that note, everyone levels up.
Hey.
I also would like to go and take that magic staff from the dead wizard chick.
And also, so when you level up, roll a d4 and add that to your HP.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh, lame.
Yeah, that's about right. That tracks.
That's. Oh man.
I was getting
Yeah.
some health.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, you guys are a little banged up, but you survived. And the thug is still on the ground dying, but not yet dead.
Oh, he's not dead yet?
Not
Oh.
yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go kill him.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him out of his misery. Just
Well, hold on. Before you do that, let's at least ask him
He's unconscious.
why.
You'd have to heal him.
No, never mind.
You'd have
wanna
to
go
heal
kill
him to ask him
You do your thing. None of us can heal.
it's uncivilized. To,
Maureen can heal, but yeah.
None of us can heal.
uncivilized, leaving someone to die for a long time.
I mean, if anything, we could have given him cookies, I guess, but that would have been a.
That would have been a long and
Yeah,
painful
yeah.
death.
So you're just gonna kill him? Is that? Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you plunge a knife to his neck, whatever, you kill him, he's dead. All right. So I heard there was a desire to loot.
Yes, I want the staff from the magic chick.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you pick up the staff. It's there's nothing like super special about it. It's a pretty like basic, like you could buy at any magic shop magic wand, but sure.
Awesome.
Does anyone else do any like investigation or looting of the bodies?
I'm gonna search the red-haired dude.
I'm gonna look at the golem.
It's just rocks.
I take as many as I give to my little spirit person to take back for our tavern.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's made of like the rock, surrounding rock and cobblestone. So. All right, and so yeah, the roll on wisdom for looting the body of the red-haired gentleman.
Okay. Wisdom. Okay. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got nothing of super value. It's no money on him. His weapon is actually pretty terrible. It's rusted and worn, and he just smells awful as well.
Dude.
Kind of repulsive. Yeah.
I'm gonna loot the big guy.
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll some wisdom.
5.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. He's got nothing. Yeah, absolutely.
his armor's kind of crappy. There is a dent in the cod piece where he got kicked. And he has a copper on him.
I'll take it. It's
Yeah.
a copper.
So, I mean, there's still the wild man, and there is the body of the mage to loot as well, I suppose.
I guess I'll do that too, since I'm standing there.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
What would that be on?
Wisdom.
I think I'm just a 0 on that. Maybe. Let's find out. Oh, I am a plus. All right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So she was the best dressed and probably had the nicest equipment of anyone. And so you do find about 8 silver on her, and you notice on her body there's a tattoo on her forearm that says Draco, Drako. If I could get Nyx and Darceris to roll a discern realities for me. Actually, Essex as well.
Intelligence?
On wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yep.
I wasted
11.
my roll on that already. 8.
Yeah. So Essex, you used to fight in like fighting matches for
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
for Don Met Courtlack.
Yeah.
And do some of his bidding. So you're kind of familiar with some various CD organizations. You happen to know that Draco is the most prominent crime organization within the area.
Okay.
Yeah. And Darceris, you would have had some dealings too. You won't have had as much, but you also have known that, and Nyx as well.
Would I have done jobs for him in the past, or
Probably not for Draco. You might have done something for Don Mech, possibly.
Okay.
As payment, but so Essex will know that whether he does with the group or not, that Draco only uses members directly. Now they might use people indirectly through a contact, but like to really know anything about the organization, you have to be in the organization. So
Rule number 1 of Fight Club.
yeah,
you don't talk about the club?
Absolutely.
But they do have their hands in a lot of different things.
Right.
They're probably their primary sources of criminal activity would be like drugs, gambling rings, and human trafficking.
Well, we might be in for a bit of trouble here. We took out one of Draco's groups.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh.
Damn.
Who's that?
Well, he's a CD guy, just as bad as Don.
Well, Draco is the organization. It's like an acronym, but no one seems to know what the acronym stands for.
He's a CD guy.
I've only ever met one
Yeah.
Draco, and his name was Mouth Boy.
Not the same guy. Not the same guy.
Not the same one.
Yeah.
Not something we generally would want to have pissed off as we did. Maybe we should have taken talking our way out of it.
Maybe they could have been assholes.
Well, sure, but I feel maybe we need to go back in town and talk to the Draco and see why they're after us.
Well, it's probably because we kicked them out and killed them, but
Well, I mean,
and then when they talked to us, we killed them again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bunch of murder
simple
hubbubs.
mistake.
Even when
Now-
they were trying to talk and specified that,
Now
someone went up and kicked him in the balls.
You did not find any Draco markings on the bandits, so we'll posit that, because I still did look at some of them and had a decent roll, but there was no indication that the bandits were Draco.
Okay. So one rogue element
To
of
the
Draco.
tavern.
Let's just get rid of our 60 gold before someone else tries to take it from us first.
Agreed.
Pause it, set up, and then go back into town.
Yeah, we still got to go
Yeah.
to the whatever the hell.
So you guys still got about a 40-minute-ish walk back to the tavern. So as you're going along, is there any more like conversation you have about Draco, your past, any of that kind of stuff?
I feel like we should put Draco down as our inheritors.
Does
And
anyone
so,
else?
you know,
Fair
clearly
organization.
they can't kill us without inheriting the tavern.
Oh, I like this. This is a non-win. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Next time we're in town, let's draw the contract because apparently that's all we have to
Absolutely.
do.
That's all it takes. No one has to agree. And we've already found that it doesn't matter if it's divided into 5 people or a seedy organization. Rules seem to be the rules.
So it's you get about 10 minutes out, and suddenly you hear the voice of Woody in your head. And now mind you, you all hear it, but like if you reply, only you don't, no one hears the replies, right? So just bear that in mind. But you hear Woody, and he says, friends, owners, listen, where are you?
Out.
Yes, are you near the tavern by any chance? Are you
We're about
We have-
to reach it.
Oh, good. We have a problem. Some people have shown up, and they're trying to. The orc lady that you sent, she's outside. She's on the ground. They're trying to tear the doors down.
Well, are they customers?
No, there
I
are
don't-
people.
I don't.
Can you ask them? Maybe they just want business.
They're saying, "Give us the slaves." Is what they're sort of yelling. It's pretty scary. Okay. Anyways, if you could hurry, please.
I'm gonna start running, but stay
Yeah.
more
double
towards the
time.
shadows.
Just out loud where everyone can hear. Be like, God, I think I'm hearing voices again.
Yeah.
So
Gonna book it.
Marine starts lumbering.
what is happening here? There, it's okay.
I stop for a brief moment and just go ahead and take off like my hefty clothes and shove them into a bag. I like hobo bag it. I just put all the scarves on top of the cloak and bundle up the cloak.
So you guys start running, and as you're running, sort of Woody is sort of like still like in your heads, stressing about the direness of the situation, so you get about 5 minutes out, and he says, "Oh, it seems like someone's trying to help. It looks like their attention's been drawn. I don't know. I can't see out the door very well, but there's voices. Someone's yelling about justice and brothels. I don't. Anyways,
We might need to have a conversation about that later.
but yeah. So but it still seems like there's problems. So, hurry.
Hold the fort down, Woody.
He said,
Oh.
I'm doing the best I can. It's not really like, I mean, it's a tavern. It doesn't really go anywhere. So
Yeah, and polish that wood.
I stop again to take my slippers off. All right, no need to trip again.
Where's this? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just running.
So, as you run into the town and you start running up to where the tavern is, you see the scene you come up upon.
Jeez.
Is
There's always a redhead.
so there? What
No,
you
he's
see
short.
is there is Axelia. She's on the ground. She's not dead, but she's on the ground. She's battered up. She's beaten pretty bad. And there is another sort of like human that looks pretty like beaten up and like it's decapitated, head on the ground,
Headless, yeah.
headless. Yeah. And so then there's this minotaur an Aarakocra and what looks like a gnome, and they're all surrounding this. You don't know what it is. It kind of looks like an orc, kind of looks like a tabaxi, and she's fighting amongst the three of them. They're all trading blows, and she's trying to hold them off.
So
These
are they
three
facing away
assailants.
from us?
They would all be facing her. Yeah.
I immediately drop the sack and I'm gonna tackle the Minotaur to the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
So roll a strength.
Can I get advantage since he doesn't know me?
Yep.
Never mind. Don't need it. Well, I'll take it anyways. 11 and 13.
All right. So yeah. And you want to do damage when you tackle? I assume.
I'm gonna restrain him.
Okay.
I get him. I do a rear naked choke on him.
We need some of this going on. All right. So yeah, you tackle the Minotaur to the ground, and you're sort of in a grapple situation with him to some degree. Because if you loosen grip even a little bit, he's going to obviously take that opportunity. This startles the others, and you hear the tabaxi orc looking creature she says, "What now? God, more! Fuck, damn it!" As she's fighting these other two. What the rest of you doing?
So I would be more hidden, right?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to shoot at the little, what is that, gnome?
Yeah.
Halfling? Okay. Gonna aim for proper juggler on the neck.
Okay.
With my level up, I deal more damage because of that.
Hey.
Okay. So it'll be max damage plus a d4. So 11 in total.
Nice. Yeah. So you definitely catch her across the neck, causes her to start bleeding. She stumbles and backs off a little bit, grabbing her neck, dropping one of her daggers.
And then I will hide again. I have to
Okay.
preface that.
Okay. All right. Roll. I mean, because you obviously have shot in there. Roll a dex for going back into hiding.
Okay.
Yeah. So you slip back into the shadows. What about the rest of you?
I'm gonna run up and attack the blue guy.
Okay. The Aarakocra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. 5. Okay.
Yeah. So as soon as you run upon him, so he's got the double bladed spear there, and he senses you coming up and just jabs backwards, and he hitting you with his spear, doing 2 damage though. So and then what else?
I'm gonna shoot the big guy with music missiles. I'm gonna shoot him in the air and try to lob him down because my aim's so bad.
On the Minotaur.
Yes.
Now Estelle is grappling him.
The big blue guy with the double spear.
Oh, okay, good. All right, yeah, that's
Bird.
fine. Yeah, and then roll some damage.
3.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, your midget missiles hit him. Where you aiming?
We're just arcing down like a howitzer.
So like it's gonna hit him like head, shoulder, somewhere in that. Okay.
Knees
So yeah, it
and
rains down
Knees and
onto him.
toes.
And it does like some amount of damage. It's not like a tremendous amount. You see me, he's like shaking it off, shaking his head to shake off the pain that he feels. And when that happens, I need one of these. Nice. So the green tabaxi takes her axe and brings it down across his neck, and she does 11 damage as she catches him and knocks him to the ground, still alive, but falls over from the blow to the neck. Who else is doing something?
I'm going to use something called Blood Mantle. It just gives me +3 until I rest for armor.
Okay.
And then I'm going to rush in and I'm going to grab her and use Vampiric Touch.
Okay. Now, is there like for blood metal? Is there a consequence or a roll?
Nope, it just says take 2 HP of your life and it lasts until you rest. If you take more than 8 damage in one hit, then it shatters.
Okay,
And it does not stack.
So it
It's
costs
no
you 2
stacking.
HP. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then what were you doing? Sorry.
I'm rushing in to grab her and use Vampiric Touch. This little.
Okay.
It is.
On the.
So now that one.
Yeah.
Is on a 10+, I deal 6 damage and heal that much. On a 7 to 9, I just deal the damage.
Okay. Rolls for it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do 3 damage and take 3.
Okay. All right. And so definitely she feels a little woozy. She's already been damaged some. And she steps back. And she's like, it's like, what is happening here? Where did these extras come from? And then she says, all right, sign up for this. And then she starts to run.
No.
Yeah. And then what is Essex? Have you done anything here?
Yeah, I tried to attack and then I failed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Then let's go back to Estelle, who's grappling with the Minotaur.
I'm gonna whisper sweet nothing in his ear and say, "I'm gonna end you."
You
Okay.
start force feeding.
That's gonna use my new move. I took a mission from God, so I chose a move from the Paladin playbook, and I chose Exterminatus. Once I speak aloud the capacity that I'm going to defeat an enemy, I take +2d4 against that enemy and -4 to every other enemy.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
And then
So-
I'm gonna flex and try and break his arms.
Okay. Yeah. Do a strength roll.
11,
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see some damage.
10, d4, d4.
All right. So. Yeah.
12
Okay. 12
damage.
Yeah. You'll break at least one arm. And
I choose the left arm.
okay. Yeah. So you give him a good squeeze, and you hear the bone shatter from the squeeze, and he sort of cries out in sort of a yell, moo, in pain. Maureen, are you turned on?
I am. My ears,
Whoa.
my ears perk
Goodness.
a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So then back to Essex. What are you doing?
I'm gonna tackle the gnome.
Okay. The one that's running away?
Yeah.
All right.
9.
Yeah, okay. Roll some damage.
One.
Yeah. So you managed to tackle her to the ground, but you're not doing any real major damage to her. So you knock her down. She'll have like a moment before she can get back up. And you're down on the ground with her. And Darceris, what are you up to?
I'm gonna shoot at the gnome.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And roll some damage.
That would be 9 because I have the max plus that. So 9.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that'll kill her.
Yeah. So fire. I'm gonna go straight to the neck again. See if I can actually
Okay.
finish the job there.
And it pins like the arrow pins her to the ground through her neck, right? And she dies.
Yeah.
There with it.
Nice.
And then meanwhile, the Aarakocra is getting back up, but yeah, okay. Yeah. And so the orc lady, as he's getting back up, swings for the leg, chops off his bottom leg, and he falls back down to the ground. And he like drops his weapon at this point. He's holding up his hand. He's like, ah, you know, like you know, he doesn't want to die or whatever. So what is Marine doing?
Marine is going to heal herself, so still pretty damaged from last time. Well, is the Tabaxi who was helping us pretty hurt?
No, no damage at all. It seems like.
All right. Well, we're going to start talking sweet moothings to Estelle, and you get +1 damage ongoing, and you become more fierce. So you become more fierce like a wolf, and you get +1 to damage.
All right.
Have fun.
All right. And then Nix, what are you doing?
I'm going to grab that Minotaur's face because he's still being like wrestled by Estelle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk right up to him and grab his face and do some damage. Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so that is going to not heal me, but they will take d6 of damage. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. He other than you just like petting him, he doesn't really notice a whole lot. I mean, it takes not enough damage for him to notice necessarily. But you know, you're petting the pretty cow, so there's that for sure. All right. And then back to Estelle.
Oh, I feel juiced. And I'm gonna clear back. And since he's still in a grapple, I would request that I roll with advantage to bite his neck.
Okay.
Oh, I like it.
Thank God I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna chomp down on his neck.
All right.
D10, D4, D4 +1. So 10 damage.
Okay. All right. And so I mean, you can kill him with this one. So, do you want to like rip out a jugular, or I mean, you know?
Since I'm behind him, I take a full bite out of his spine.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Thank God I got new dentures.
Yeah, and he dies entirely. And let's do this.
And I was just jumped up and start going, whoa! Why do I feel jacked? Why do I feel jacked?
Yeah, and so the Aarakocra is just screaming, and the sort of Tabaxi orc lady pulls up her axe as though to bring it down. Does anyone stop her, or do they let it happen?
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, so she brings it down right in his chest, and he stops squirming, and he's dead. And then she immediately says, like, quick, get the orc over there. She's still alive, but I think she's badly hurt.
I'll jog over and pick her up and just start like jogging in place. What do I do?
She says, "None of you are here. What sorry sort of party are you?"
Marine, that be your?
I'm off in cow world. I'm not paying any attention.
Yeah.
We need some medical milk stat.
All right, who needs healing?
She needs some milk.
The orc
Like,
girl.
I walk
her
up
at her.
to her and I stick my udders in my. I assume she's on the ground, right, Michael?
No, who Estelle? Somebody's carrying her.
Yeah, she's in my arms. So as you come up, I like lean her over towards your udders.
All right, perfect. I put them in her mouth. All right,
Yeah.
5, Michael.
Okay, yeah. So it's enough to like sustain her at least. She's not going to die. She's just, you know, she gets stabilized, and so the
You remember this, Marine? It reminds me of that time with that guy, Michael.
Do any of you? I mean, obviously, there's a lot going on. Do you have anything to ask, say, do in this?
I'd like to discern reality to see if I can see any other markings. Make sure these aren't Draco people again.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
9.
Yeah, they're all Draco people.
Fuck.
Well, there's round 3.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I'd like to ask her or thank her for protecting our barn.
She says, yes. Well, thank you for arriving. It certainly made dispatching these ruffians much easier. They were descended upon this establishment, and this poor orc lady had already been badly beaten. I couldn't stand by and do nothing. Are you staying here at this inn?
Unfortunately,
Oh, you're the owners. Then I have questions, but those can wait for later. We should get the young lady inside at least and set her down to rest, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's put all these bodies in the pit real quick.
She says, yes. Well, perhaps they have things of value, or I don't know, but some clues as to. Do you know why they might have been here?
Let's go searching.
I'm just going to remain silent.
The body.
I'm gonna start jogging towards the inn, and I'm gonna be like, Mr. Borksy, will you please grab my stuff from a little ways up the road?
Who?
I just called her Miss Taborksy.
Oh, she says, stuff?
Yes, there should be a bundle tied to a really nice axe.
I mean,
Okay, thanks. And I just kick the door in and walk in.
she says, is that old lady serious? As she talks to you guys.
Yeah, she kind of crazy.
Look, I thank you for the help. I'm probably not going to go do that. That's not
understandable.
Yeah.
Essex.
I mean, that seems kind of rude if you don't. She did ask you nicely, and that could be your grandma.
For sure, but honestly, I would much prefer to see the things here at the moment. Like I said, there are things to discuss, but I want to make sure the young lady is okay, and that we find out more about these. I don't know what they are, but bad people, I assume.
Yes, not the most pleasant of individuals.
She starts rifling through the Aarakocra stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to start rifling through the little gnome.
Yeah. So roll your discern realities on wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom or intelligence for searching?
Wisdom. Discern realities is always on wisdom.
Okay. Okay, better than last.
Yeah. So I mean, she's got like 10 silver on her. And there's some there's like a scroll she's got sort of like tucked away inside of her like bags. And beyond that, nothing terribly interesting.
Loot the Minotaur.
I open the scroll to see what it is.
Okay, so while you're doing that, let's resolve the Minotaur. Go ahead and roll for that.
6. Man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not got nothing of super value that you find anyways. He's got pocket lint,
Oh hell yeah, pocket lint.
Yeah, his axe is okay. Well, his axe is a like pretty standard issue axe, but I mean it's on its own probably worth like a gold and a half.
Okay.
I asked the lady there if she'd mind if I take the spear from the chicken.
Take what?
Spear.
Oh.
The spear from the chicken. Chicken spear.
And yeah, she doesn't mind. She says, "Yeah, take what you want. I don't owe them anything."
Well, why don't we go inside and let's discuss things?
So yeah, she gets inside with you. I assume you guys throw the bodies in the pit.
We use it for firewood. We use it for barbecue.
Oh, I went to go grab Estelle stuff, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Great.
Woody.
So. Yeah. So.
When I walked in, I just kind of laid her on the table.
me grab her and do that with her.
Oh, since you guys have been outside for 5 minutes, she's perfectly healthy and standing with the rest of her family.
You did wonders, Estelle. Great job.
I just gave her day-old cookies instead of month-old cookies.
Oh.
Ah.
So yeah, and where's my music? It just went away. Yeah.
Oh, Essex, thank you for getting my things.
Oh, of course.
So you guys all go inside, so once you get in, Woody's like, oh good, you've arrived, and it looks like Exilia is not dead, thank God. So I take it the badmen are dispatched.
That would be one way to put it. Yes.
So, Woody, explain what happened.
Well, these people you sent, they arrived and explained that they were going to work here in the tavern for room and board and whatnot. And then a while went by and these ruffians showed up and they were beating on the door and saying that they wanted the slaves back. And well, Exilia went outside to try and deal with them. And she bought us lots of time, honestly, but she was no match for the 4 of them. And well, we barred the door up and they were trying to come in, and then it looks like this lady here, and it gestures to the tabaxi orc, and I says showed up and drew their attention, and then I guess it wasn't long then you showed up, and then so the lady says, yes, my name is Theodore Ocantus. I'm an acolyte of Gola. I'm traveling through town, visiting the churches, and well, to be honest, I saw these flyers for a brothel, and as brothels are often a place of well, slave trade and human trafficking and many other well, seedy ventures. I was coming to check it out when I happened upon, well, the scene you saw.
Yes. Probably didn't give the best impression.
So did we lose the person who went out there and bought us the time? Or are they
No,
just
she's on the table.
Okay. She's the
Missing
one I
No,
needed.
remember you
That's the one
stuck
I-
your
yeah,
udder
yeah.
in her mouth.
That's the one. Okay, thank you. I was getting a little confused with the names.
So Theodore, so what your tavern's not it doesn't seem to be doing a lot of business. So is it a brothel?
Yeah, Woody likes to polish things every once in a while.
And Woody says, about that, sir, if I could just have a word with you for a moment.
Speak candidly.
Well, there were a few people that showed up looking for services, but they were asking
So
for
where's
ladies.
the money?
They were asking for ladies, and I said I would help them in any way they needed, and they didn't seem receptive to that.
Got to put your back into it, Woody.
Well, I'm not sure entirely what you mean, but at any rate, and Theodore sort of cuts in. She's like, is he your, is this brothel, right? And he's you don't have
This
girls?
is a bar that also does other services.
You seem very judgmental over there.
She says,
We were given
For
this
all the fine compliments.
tavern
so
yesterday.
not that I would expect thieves or robber barons to answer truthfully, but are these people your slaves?
No.
No, of course not. They're workers.
And
They're
then-
wage slaves.
We rescued them from slavery, and now they work for us for room and board.
I go up to her and I look her straight in the eyes. Are you a slave to Gola?
She says, no, I serve
You're
Gola."
not. Then what are you a slave to?
Well, I guess I'm a slave to my own ambition, maybe. But
I'm a slave
Not
to dick.
Gola. Brand
my-
her. I pull Woody's arm and put it in the. I pull off Woody's arm and put it in the fire.
She draws her weapon.
Calm down, Marine.
And
Not useful.
Woody's like, no, it's okay. And she says, "This is a strange place.
It's
Yes, it is.
very strange. Yes.
Look, do you? So this is a bar, a tavern.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have beer?"
I don't know.
Woody.
Woody says, "Well, there hasn't been any money to get any supplies yet."
We have money now, so
Okay.
would that just be we pop the money and then it comes stocked, or do we have to actually run and do store things?
He says, "No. The money you put in the box just it consumes the money, and then you get to live longer."
So this is bar sims.
So we have to run the tavern, plus so we're basically paying rent.
he says, "Well,
On our
it seems like you've conscripted help by way of these fine folk over here to help run the tavern. So I don't, once there is money, I suppose we could provide those services." And so Axelia says, Theodore says, "Look, it looks like you've got a lot going on. Perhaps I come back."
Yeah.
No.
Maybe give us like a week to get set up or something.
You can have free room tonight if you'd like. We have plenty.
She says, yes, I think I will take you up on a free room.
You did help us out quite a bit.
I was going to stay at the church, but, well,
You're not a slave to Gala. Oh.
well, I have my own beliefs. I do follow Gola, but I have qualms with the church, you see. But I do work in service of Gola. But at any rate, I think I will retire to my room. Which do you have? Are there keys or something?
Would he help her out?
Woody.
What is it? Yes.
I blow Woody's arm out and put it back into his body.
Thank you. Yes, it's a little charcoaly, but that's fine.
Every time we move his arm, there's just like a little pile of just charcoal.
Yeah.
As character.
He says, "Yeah, right this way." And Axelia says, "All right, thank you. So yes, I'll come back down this evening, and we can maybe have a more in-depth chat about all that's gone on today."
Fantastic.
And so she exits, and Woody shows her to the room. Axelia is still just laying on the table.
You know what? She had a good point. Can I take 5 of that gold and the 2 short ones and get us some beer? I'm very thirsty.
I would suggest we spend a bit more on that and just fully off everything. Get us beers, get us liquors, get us food.
I'm gonna look at the little redhead and be like, "Hey, take a list of that. I'm not gonna remember that."
Hire us a crew to build and upkeep and.
Yeah. So
how much would it cost to set that up in this town, Mike?
Like how much would it be
vendors to actually bring us beer and
plus
food and shit?
fixing up any problems plus
right. So
getting it cleaned up.
10 gold is worth about $1,000, right? So for $1,000 you could get like a couple of kegs, right? And some food provisions to like for some meals, and get like a few supplies for some like minor repair.
So
Just
Do
the way
I-
I get
I
up in the
recall-
morning, one step at a time.
didn't somebody come by to say that we didn't have a liquor license or such?
They said you didn't have any permits. Yes.
Permits, okay. So we
How
probably
much
need to deal with that as well.
How much do permits usually go for?
Permits only matter if we're selling.
Yeah. So you could get a permit for about 2 gold a month.
Another
Nah, liquor comes free with fucking stew. We're not selling it.
On the bright side, people get liquor. On the downside, children can also get liquor.
smoking liquor. Downside, children they get sicker because it's still gonna have a kitchen to cook in.
And you hear Woody's voice in your heads. He says, yes, and I assume you've brought some cash to feed since you were talking about. Just a reminder that there is the 60 gold back pay, and it's been a day since you've inherited the tavern, so that's an additional gold on top of that. So 61 gold is the current need.
Okay, well, if a permit costs 2 gold
back
and
pay
10
do
gold
again?
is good for other stuff.
So
We have 2 months before we actually have to pay
Yeah.
or die.
Yeah.
I vote we use all the gold to get all the liquor and food, and we have a huge party and just fucking die when this place goes under. Because it sounds like we're never gonna catch up.
Well, or we could
Well-
pay the 60 right now, get rid of the back pay, and just call it done. And then we
poor.
have to worry about getting 1 gold.
So
so Tiggerbolt is there, and Tiggerbolt hears you having the discussion, and he sort of like, if I may, I mean, I know I just got here, and I obviously have no stake in the game, and I don't own the tavern, and I'm just an employee, but it would seem that you have to give the tavern gold to survive. I have a very loose understanding of that. Woody was trying to explain it. It seemed a little confusing, but I do think, yeah. I mean, if you give, I don't know, 40 or 50 gold to the tavern, and then use the rest of it to fix the place up, surely there are ways that obviously we can start earning gold once we get business. But before that happens, it seems like you made lots of money pretty quickly. Could you not just go do more of that?
That was a fluke.
I don't know. We seem to be getting real murdery in the past 2 days. I feel like this is going to happen a little more often than we'd like.
Work is I can usually have a steady line of work to be able to pay for things. Yes.
So
They
I mean,
pay
the person that gave you the large sum of money, are they good for more, or?
We can always ask.
Maybe.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. Just a thought. I mean, if you want to throw all the money, it's your business. You do what you want. I'm just spitballing here, trying to, I mean, obviously I want to get paid as an employee, and if you give all the money away right away, then I mean, I don't get paid.
I don't know about how you guys do, but I usually like to eat at least once a day.
Also, perhaps we could get a few medical supplies for Axelia over there. I mean, she doesn't look like she's dying.
I take it. I look at her angrily in my eyes, take a cup, milk it, and go pour it on her. And I start feeling her more.
All right. We could pause it. I mean, there's nothing going on. We could pause it that you're able to heal her. Just roll some healing.
Seven.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She gets some more color in her face and whatnot. Let me. So, would any of you know anything about orc culture? Would you say?
No.
No.
I slept with an orc once.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right. Then, if nobody does, then we'll carry on. Lilith is like, so do you want me to go get provisions, or is that a yes or a no? It seemed a little up in the air.
Yeah, sure. It'll kill us faster. Go get them.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go with her. Clearly, there are people that want them. So, and let's be honest, she doesn't really look very muscular.
She's not.
And I flex, and I howl because I'm still under the effect of the wolf thing.
She's very round. Oh. Yeah. All right. So the two of you set off to go find provisions. And then also the little elf boy, he's like, he's got a rag and he's sort of like wiping at stuff. He's a teenage boy, so he's just doing, whatever.
Bare minimum. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. And then the mute elf is just sort of like sitting off in a corner, kind of on her own, just standing there, just watching everything go down, but not interacting with anything. So
I hand the mute elf a broom and dustpan.
yeah. So she looks at it and looks at you and just kind of like tilts her head like a dog that's confused.
I show her how to sweep and then do a shushing, like, get on with it.
And she kind of like nods and then sort of mimics exactly whatever it is was you did. Let's roll on something. You can roll an intellect or dex for like how well you do sweeping.
Yes, the best.
Oh yeah, you're pretty
Clean
good
that
sweeper.
floor.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And so she mimics that, you know, that motion, and starts sweeping the place.
Sweet.
Yeah. And so then Tinker's like, so yeah, I mean, if you guys could get me like some materials, I could start sort of, I don't know, fixing some of these joists and some of the cracks in the walls. So I do some masonry, a little bit of woodwork. So if that's, yeah. So
That works.
yeah. And then he just like awkwardly stands there amongst you. And then he sort of like rocks back and forth on his heels, and he's like, so I feel like we haven't had a lot of time to chat, but like I said, I introduced myself, but I didn't really honestly get
why
all
were
of
you
your...
a slave?
Oh, well, so my father was an alchemist, and I really wanted to be an alchemist too. So I spent a lot of money, a lot of debt going to alchemy school, and when you know it, I'm shit at it. But I couldn't pay back my loans for the schooling, and so I actually sold myself into slavery so that I could pay off my loans.
I don't think it works that way.
Yeah. I don't think
That
my
would
loans
be
got paid.
called getting a advanced bonus on your job.
So, yeah, I don't know. They had been in that basement for a couple of weeks actually, and they were. I don't know if there were deals going on. I was supposed to be sold soon, though, I believe. Yeah, and then I mean, Axelia over there, she's got a pretty sad story. You know, her whole orc tribe was decimated by another orc tribe, and she was left for dead, and they just kind of scooped her up, brought her in pretty bad shape. It's she would never admit to this, but I think as orcs go, she's pretty weak. Yeah. So, and then Elfie.
Yeah.
Oh, he was an orphan. He said he had survived some cookie massacre years ago, and yeah, but he was living on the streets, and they just kind of scooped him up too. You know, orphans are pretty easy to steal; no one cares about them. And yeah, and then the Elfie, we don't know. I mean, they brought her in, but we can't communicate with her to find out how or why or anything. They just threw her in there one day, and there we all were. And then Lilith. Yeah, I mean, Lilith was actually the maid for the house we were in, and then when they killed the owners and took it over, obviously they just took her hostage too. So
she's one of the better helps that we're gonna get
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
running the tavern.
She's certainly used to housework, so yeah. But anyways,
turn this spoon into gold. Like
maybe you missed the part of the story where I was a terrible alchemist.
Hey, even terrible doctors are still doctors. Come on.
So he says, but I don't have any, like, I mean, I need alchemy tools, and you know, I need the appropriate magical items and potions, and I mean, there's none of that. So I mean, I can be like, I mean, I could pee on it and make it look a little yellow if that's what you're looking for.
It might be.
He says, "Is that?" I mean, I was kidding. Is that? Anyways, so what are your names?
Mooring.
Okay.
I just sit down.
Oh. And you? He gestures to Essex.
Essex Iron
Oh.
Dorn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What about the shady guy over there? What's your name?
My name is Darceris.
Oh, nice to meet you, Darceris. I'm Tinker. Yeah.
Nice.
And the old lady, she had a name, I assume?
That would be Estelle.
And you never
Oh.
want to call her the old lady.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, she just seems old and a lady. But-
Okay, short guy.
Wizened in years. Better
Yeah.
way to put it.
Well, I mean, I am short. That's true. Okay. And so some time passes by awkwardly, and eventually Lilith and Estelle return, and no issues, and they have like food and drink with them. So, Estelle, do you recall anything weird happening while you guys were out?
Yeah, I got this weird itch in my ear. Same thing happens when someone calls me an old lady.
Weird.
Yes, I punched a signboard because of it. It scared
Yeah.
me.
So when Lilith gets in, she's like, if you'll just give me just a little bit, I'll get this food prepared and we can have a nice meal.
Thank you, sweetheart. You're such a good girl, and I'm just gonna like rub her head.
I says, yes, yeah, sure. And then she toddles off to the kitchen to start preparing food. And then it's not long before you smell like the smell of like meat and seasonings and vegetables being cooked, like, sort of drifting through the place, kind of warm and inviting. About this time, Exelia, the orc, kind of wakes up and sits up and sloughs off into a chair a little bit, and she's still kind of breathing a little heavy, but she's awake and she's coherent, and she says, "Thank you guys for saving me. I did what I could, but I was outnumbered."
Oh, you're fine, dear.
You did a good job. Here to
Yeah.
hold down the fort.
Yeah, I tried. It's just, yeah.
I've got to say, you look a little scrawny for an orc. Have you been eating well? Wait, you were a slave.
I'm plenty strong, thank you. I'm as good as any orc. Last of my tribe, so that you have a pretty
Last
strong.
of the Mohicans.
I don't know what a Mohican is.
Oh, you poor dear. And I'm gonna pat her head and be like, "You can be my 101st grandchild."
Look, I'm gonna get stronger, and I'm going to avenge their deaths. I'm gonna train, and I'm gonna kill them all.
Yes, you will, Schnookums.
Real charisma.
9.
Yeah, she calms down a little bit, and you can still see a little fire in her eyes, but she gets calmer.
And I'll be like, "Grandma will help you train," and I'm just gonna flex because I'm still not wearing my rags.
Yeah.
I
So
go over and rub a little milk on his steam to make her shimmer, like oil her up. Estelle, oil her up.
Around this time, Theodora it comes down, and
She sees a well-oiled, buff grandmother flexing. Hi.
she's like, "Yeah, that's yep." Anyways, smell the food. It smells good. Smells like something's cooking in the kitchen, huh? She says, "So look, guys. Are any of you followers of Gola? Are you any of you disciples? Yes? No?
We all
Well, it doesn't
understand
matter.
that
I mean, you
Gola
know.
is the main religion, yes.
But are you devotees?
I don't know the meaning of the word. Really, I don't.
Well, I mean, you know the holy text commands that all must follow Gola.
Whoa. There's a no soliciting sign. We don't push religion in this tavern.
I was just stating facts. Is all.
Facts.
Yes, the Gola is a fact. But at any rate, so look, I'm not going to be in town long, but I'm just going to urge you. Maybe you give up the brothel business. It's going to draw the wrong kind of people, I think, and it's maybe just not good for your soul.
Yeah, how can you look at this and say we draw the wrong kind of people? And I change poses.
I start humming, never gonna give you up. Never gonna hold you down.
She says, right. Well, look, like I said, I'm gonna head out in the morning. I'm making my way to Grandia. I want to visit the church there. It's part of my pilgrimage. But I'll be in Grandia for a little while, a couple weeks maybe. Like if you guys are there and you need some help or something with any ventures that are on the up and up, of course, you can look me up. You come by the church. I'll probably be there most of the time. I've got a lot of soul searching and investigation to do. So, I'm hoping that one day I come across the reincarnation of Gola. That's my ultimate goal.
That's your ultimate goal?
Yes, it's a nice joke, sure. But anyways, and then Lilith comes out. She's got large trays of food, and she's like, the soup's up, and she lays it down, and there's like roast pork, and a medley of vegetables, and then she brings out several flagons of beer, and sets them on the table. She says, "Here we are. Let's everyone eat up."
I take out my teeth and start eating.
Yeah. So, do you invite your wage slaves to sit and eat with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So they all sit down and join you for dinner. And Woody forms up out of the floor of the tavern, and he says,
I'm used to.
he says, "Oh my, it's been so long. It's nice to have people enjoying a meal in the tavern."
I'm completely ignoring him.
By the way, are you going to put the money in the box, or is that? I mean, I can do that for you if that's something you need.
I would say
let's put at least half.
Let's set the 10 aside and then just have that be our monthly, and then we'll run and get the back pay.
Well, so
we took the 10 for the first setup.
Right. So Lilith. Well, then you didn't buy any like materials to fix the place necessarily. You just went and got the food and stuff. So that will set you back 4 gold for the food and whatnot. So go ahead and mark that off, that 60. So and some of you found some some of you got some silver and maybe a gold or so from you've done some looting. So currently you're at 56 gold.
So
how
about
put at least half in?
What if we put 40 in, keep the 6 for making some repairs, and keep the 10 as a in case of emergency, slap a gold in a box?
Sounds good to me.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Because as long as we put at least a couple of gold in the box every once in a while, we're not gonna fucking die.
So
I still have 100 years left in me.
So you give me the coins, right? I take them outside and make cow patties, rub them all through the cow patties, and then go put them in the box.
So you put the coins in the box, and then as soon as you close the lid, the whole tavern kind of shudders, and then you hear sort of like a very light clicking noise.
Wow.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
We live in a mimic.
Does Woody change in how he looks?
No, Woody stays the same, but you can see
It repairs itself a little bit, kind of
No,
shuddering, shaking.
No, it just the whole place shudders, and then Woody kind of like breathes this little sigh of relief, like a.
That's what you're supposed to do for the customers, Woody.
He says, "So it's good. The tavern is pleased."
You mean you're pleased, Woody?
He
That's
says,
not
"Well,
creepy at all.
I am an extension of the tavern, yes, but the tavern is the tavern, and while it still has hunger, it still is not fully satisfied. It certainly feels better." Yes.
I'm still completely ignoring him.
Yeah.
Me too, just eating.
I'm leaning over. I'm like, listen, grandbaby. So I recently found out about these things called dumbbells, and if you lift them often enough, you get stronger.
Are you talking to the orc?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
She's now
okay.
grandbaby as far as Estelle's concerned.
Okay. So yeah. So Axelia says, I know how to lift heavy things. I train.
But these are built for comfort and training. You see, you put 2 decent-sized rocks on the end of sticks, and you take and you curl, and I curl, and I'm like, and that's how you get biceps like these.
You could also just cast it out of metal.
Yeah. I will say, and I mean,
metal.
it's pretty obvious. So Axelia, as an orc, is definitely a lot more fair-skinned and less tone. One would say by human metrics, more attractive than your average female orc.
You know, you're quite hot, grandbaby. I'm sure you get all men.
So yeah, so as soon as you say that, she says, "Don't lie to me. I know what I look like. I've
Listen,
been teased.
sweetheart.
I've been teased enough in my life. I don't want to hear it from you."
Listen, sweetheart, as someone who definitely fucks, I can promise you, there are men that'll be after you.
What disgusting human men.
Human, dwarves, elves. Well, probably not elves. They're a little bit snooty. I'm not going to talk about that.
Essex is a dwarf, right? Essex, do you take offense?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and the whole time Theodora is there, she's like not so subtly trying to like convert you guys to goalism.
Yeah.
And
He's a Jehovah's Witness then.
so something else. It's likely none of you have ever seen a half orc, half tabaxi. So, I don't know if you guys probe into her at all, but yeah, she's certainly an oddity.
With my family background of fucking everything, it doesn't surprise me that there's that mix.
Yeah.
Never seen it, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Oh, and also, unless you expressly like guide Elfie to the table, she's not going to sit down and eat.
We guide her to the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when she sits down, the food's just sitting there, and so she just like goes to like grab it with her hands, like bypassing all utensils, plates, any of that stuff.
Goodness.
Oh, I like the way you think.
Fancy.
Does anyone correct that behavior, or just let her dig in?
Nope.
We correct it.
Okay.
Yes.
We show her gently, with care.
Okay. Yeah, and so she figures it out. But she looks almost disappointed that she has to use these tools to eat food. But yeah. And so the night tarries on. Nothing of any prominence really happens. And slowly but surely, everyone sort of starts turning in for bed. Theodora is still up. She's probably had like 6 or 7 flagons of beer at this point. And she's sort of like drunkenly trying to convert you to goalism. Without any like stopping in sight. And then Elfie is just sitting there at the table, sort of observing everything that's going on. But Lilith is retired. Tinker is retired. Gareth is retired. Woody is nowhere to be found at the moment, anyways. And Excelia has drunk too much, and she's now passed out on the table.
What's Elfie doing?
Just sitting there, like observing everything happening.
All right.
Fuck. Hey, Taborxi, listen. I think you might have had way too much to drink.
It's Theodora.
Yes, Tanya. You might have had too much to drink.
I
appreciate the offer. We're super excited, but we are not interested in door-to-door Mormons.
Listen, I don't even know who I am. It's only through Gola that I found myself. All right? I woke up in that church with nothing to my name and no memory of the past. And
well, if you take your hand and run it down the length of your body, you can find yourself. It's quite fun.
I would not. I know what you're trying to do, and I'll not have it. No, I would not defile myself for your amusement.
Oh, you rapscallion. Go to bed.
I am not. You are drunk as I am.
I believe you're just proving the point at this point.
Just leave her here.
Listen, the church is wrong, and he's not Gola. All right.
Have you ever thought about the fact that you've defiled yourself with an ass load of liquor?
No, I'm closer to Gola because I am uninhibited in my thoughts and actions, and I sacrifice is and.
But you inhibit yourself by not running your hand down your pants.
Look, in service to Gola, all are made whole. Where
we have our own holes.
You're a sick woman.
I guess this would be a good time to point out that I'm a descendant of an entirely different deity.
You know as well as I do that those deities are not gods. They're just powerful spiritual beings that people throw themselves at. But
oh, yes. But who said the word God? I said deity. Now you're putting God into it. Now you may think they're a god.
They're not. Only Gola is God. As the holy book says.
Guys, this is fun. You should really try this.
Listen, you know what? You're right. I should go. I should.
Oh no!
Wow.
I start snapping my fingers. Woody, get in here.
Woody, fuck it. Here it comes.
Woody pops up and says, "Yes."
Get ready.
Stand in front of her.
Throws up.
She's like, "Nope. I'm a proud warrior, and I do not."
Fried leeches. Fried leeches.
I don't. And she stands up. She says, "Yep, I'm going to bed."
An outhouse on football Thursday afternoon.
I'll.
Woody, take her to her room.
Gone in the morning,
please.
And so Woody escorts her off.
I was sure I would get her.
And then it's just you guys, the passed out Axelia, the orc, and Elfie staring, at everyone.
I just sit at the table and drink all night.
All right, I'm gonna pantomime at Elfie. Elfie, you! And I point at her, and I say, and I put my fingers up, pantomiming, walking. Go to, and I put my hands up to my head. Bed.
Roll charisma.
Ooh.
7.
It maybe takes you a couple of tries, but she kind of figures out what you're indicating, and she like nods, but then she like stands up and then just kind of like looks around like, where should I go?
And I'm gonna point to wherever the back rooms are, I guess. Woody.
Woody says, "Hold on, I got my listen, I'm holding some hair back
Oh.
When you're done, take the mute to the beds.
Okay.
I'll take
right,
I'll take Elfie and put her to bed.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll stroke
Woody, never mind.
and I stroke her head, Michael. And after she falls asleep, I want to cast Dream Sight on her,
Okay.
which lets me see exactly what she's dreaming,
Okay.
as well as any
Oh.
nature of any influences upon her mind.
Okay.
Oh.
So is it? I guess there's a roll. It's like casting a spell.
It's just like casting a spell, I
Yeah.
guess.
So on intellect.
Yeah. Oh my freaking god! I give up.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I just
Jesus
give up.
You know what?
Sweet dreams of dairy.
I will throw you this boon of advantage. Roll one more time. See what you get.
Probably a 4 this time.
That'll be
It's a
Oh, there we
safe
go.
place. It's a
There
safe
you
place.
go.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Okay. All right. So you enter her dreams.
You can tell me next week if you want to cut it, Michael, because it's late.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we can do it. We can pay with the dream sequence, and then we'll carry on from there. We'll just close in with you stroking Elfie's hair as she falls asleep. A big cow lady, petting an elf. That's normal.
I am gonna
Nice.
take grandbaby to bed.
Yeah. Okay. You carry her.
Yeah, she goes to my bed though. I gotta make sure she doesn't fucking die in her sleep.
Of course. Yeah. All right, cool. And then we'll call that for the evening then. Thanks guys. Productive
Yeah.
evening.
Absolutely.
Leveled
Very
up.
fun.
2 fights.
Lots of murder.
Lots of murder.
Yeah.
Plenty of people died. At least 2 people got away though. So
Yeah.
That's kind of our thing.
Another group coming in, and
Yeah,
those
sure.
and it's just gonna be a continuing
there's-
cycle till we finally figure out we need to kill everyone or talk
Yes.
our way out of it.
We literally have to remember always kill the wizard first. They're always a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tony seemed like a nice guy until he stepped on me.
Hey, I was able to talk Tony down. So
Yeah. Tony was born that day and not very smart, so that's
He did the
fine.
best he could.
Yeah, he was the best rock monster that he could be. So
He succeeded in life.
yeah, and when the mind control wasn't there, he was a little angry, tantrumy. So we'll call that for evening. Thanks, stream. We'll catch you next week. And then I have to find my second mouse. Yeah, there it is.